Hello everyone. So very good evening to all. So in yesterday's session, we discussed about a class, right? I hope you have an idea what exactly a class is, guys. Yeah, right. So in this session, let me talk about 1 minute, guys. So what happened? My server is stopped. Okay. So it is struck. So anyhow, meanwhile, tell me, guys, what is a class? Technically, a class is a collection of properties and methods, guys, right? So what a property can do, a property can always holds the state of the application. What is the meaning of state? A state is nothing but it will save some value inside of it. That is going to be state, guys. Okay, right. Let me close all these files from this location. Great. So now the next thing we are going to check this year going to be class creation. Yesterday, I given you the syntax of the class, right? PHP open close. Let me save the file class1.php. So this is, you can take any name to the class, guys, of your choice completely. I'm going to take the name something like this, okay? Right, this is going to be htdocs 8 p.m. July, and you can go with the file class1.php. Okay, all right, guys. Inside of it, you can take any name to the class, no problem. Now I'm going to take a class sample. This is my class name. Class is a keyword. What a class can contain, guys, here? A class can contain collection of properties and methods, right? Right, exactly. So what we need to do, guys, here? A class contain collection of properties and methods, guys, exactly. Now, so properties are always going to be declared by using public access specifier. Public $name equal to, I am writing something called ROM. So public $price equal to, same like variable declaration, but in front of it we have to take some value to, guys, right? So this is going to be something, I'm taking something, guys. This is a two variables are there. They're the class properties. So definitely you want to define a method. Now definitely it is going to be a function. greeting, greeting is a function. Okay, this is a function. We can write something here, hello greeting. This is, I'm just writing, this is a greeting function. Simply I'm writing something called, this is a greeting function, guys. If you want, you can write some other function. Right now I written something. So can you tell me, guys, here how many members are there in the class? There are 3 members are there in the class. Quickly you can check this, guys. Okay, so see this. Now I'm going to write one more function by by bui by a bye by a, right? Something, whatever it may be, you can take a function like this bye by. So I'm saying echo, this is by function, something like this. You can write some information, guys, here simply. So this is by function. Okay, exactly. So guys, now you can check this exactly. You can go with the, so paragraph tag open close, simply, right? A class is created with the name sample. Class contain 4 members. One is name, price, greeting, and by. All, see, whatever it may be, we can call it as a class member. Class members means family members, guys. Simply, who is family members? Everybody will include in the family, right? In the same manner, in a class, I have 4 members are there: name, price, greeting, and by. Name and price are the variable, and greeting and by are the methods, guys. So whatever you want, you can take it, but I can call it as a member simply, right? Okay, these are the class members, right? Once file get is once this is created, I want to run the file. Okay, how can we run the file? Localhost / 8 p.m. July. So this is the file we are having. The file, sorry, 8 p.m. July. The file name is class1.php now. Class1.php. Guys, I will hit enter. Can anybody please tell me what is the output I can get? So can I get the output like this? Whatever the output you are able to see, can I get this output? So you written 2 echo statements, right? This is greeting, this is function, this is by function, something you written. So now I'm going to execute my class. Can you see if you can execute your class? What is the output of this program? I'm refreshing the page. I'm hitting enter the URL. Are you getting any output on the screen? And fortunately, there is no error, right? So you are not getting the information, guys. Can you please tell me why you are not able to get any output here? What is the reason? So what happened, guys? Here you written two echo statements, right? All right, why this is not why this is not giving you the output here? Remember carefully, we did not call anything. So it is a class. Class contain properties and methods. If you want to access them, we have to call them. Did you call anywhere? So generally, function name, we have to call the function, right? So at least you have to call the function like this: greeting. I'm calling the function greeting. I'm calling the function bye by. Now I'm going to refresh the page. Can we see? I have a syntax error. I have, sorry, not fatal error, not syntax error. It is saying that call to undefined function greeting. Oh, this function is not defined. Can you see the error, guys? On line number 16, it is giving me an error. Call to undefined function greeting. Oh, why? So is this not defined? It is defined, but where it is defined? It is inside a class defined. It is not outside of a class. So this function is inside a class, as well as by is also inside a class. You can see this time by function is an error on line number 17, because it is simply saying that these functions are not defined, but I defined them inside a class. Yes or not, right? I defined them inside a class, but I was unable to access this information, guys. So then what shall we do, guys? Here, anybody please? How can we access the class members? This is a question in interview, guys. Anybody please? How can we access the class members? Right question. How can we access the class members? Not only in PHP, in any programming language. Anybody please? How can we access class members? By calling. Yes, we have to call them, but how can we call them? There's a question. So some of you are saying that, all right, so by creating an object. Answer is going to be, how can we access the class members? Simply by creating an object, guys. Simply you have to say the answer like this in interview. They will ask us directly, what is a class? A class is a collection of properties and methods. What a property can do? A property will always save some data. What a method can do, a method will execute some logic. Method, the behavior of a class depends upon the method, the state of the class depends upon the property. Okay, that's all. What is now question is going to be, how can we access the class members? By creating an object. Okay, right. Immediately the next question is going to be, I think you guess it. What is the question? What is an object? Can you please tell me, guys, what is an object now? So how can we access, right? How can we access the class members? You said by creating an object. What is an object? Why should I create an object to access the class members? Without creating object, can't we access the class members? Right? Like this, they will ask us a lot of questions. Every point is a question here, guys, here. So you have to be very careful. Every point is a question in interview. So now anybody please tell me, what is an object? Can you answer? Object is a photocopy of a class. Okay, super, very nice. Your answer is ultimate. Object is a photo copy, nothing but Xerox copy, guys. Here, original and Xerox. Class is original, object is Xerox, simply says. That's what some of you are saying that in the session, right? So what is an object? Some of you are saying that instance of a class. Very nice. I like this answer, guys. Some of you are saying that an object is an instance of a class. Okay, instance of a class. Some people will say an object is a blueprint of a class, blueprint or Xerox print, whatever it may be, guys. I will write the technical word, blueprint of a class, blueprint of a class. Xerox copy of a class, guys, simply says an object is a blueprint of a class, I can say, or you can say instance of a class. Okay, right. Blueprint means Xerox copy. You know what is a Xerox copy? Whatever the original content you have, the same content we can see in the Xerox content now. That is nothing but, I mean, what a class contains, the same information contained by object also. Now, a very nice answer I'm seeing from you guys here. An object is an instance of a class. Very nice. This answer is awesome. Now the question, what is meant by instance of a class? Anybody? Now your question, my question, your answer. Again, your answer is again a question, guys. Remember, see, you are saying some answer, again that answer become a question. You are saying that what is a class? You know that. How can we access a class members? Object. What is an object? Instance of a class, sir. What is instance of a class? Why should I create an instance of a class? The questions will become like this. All right, can you tell me please, what is meant by instance of a class? Anybody please? Instance of a class, anybody? If you can say, you are awesome, man. Who can say this? Vanita Sabal, you are saying that distribute memory to the properties and methods. Okay. Class within class. No, man. How can we create a class within a class? Yeah, we can create, but there is no use of it, right? So we can maybe. Okay. Anyhow, don't worry. Instance of a class, but one answer looks somewhat nice. Distribute memory to properties and methods. Some of you are saying that in the chart window. Anybody, please? What is meant by instance of a class? Right? Instance or instantiation, whatever it may be, guys. Here, instantiation. Instantiation or instance, both are same, guys. Instantiation is nothing but, anybody? Nothing but nothing but, what is nothing but? Process same variables and the function. No. Instantiation is nothing but, no, man. Instance is assign a class by only name of a class. No, you guys are saying different manner. So no, anybody, I need a strong answer for you, because you already learn it, right? You completed your graduations, guys. Definitely there may be you learned C++ object oriented, right? Space memory. Okay, you guys are saying that. Okay, very nice. Now you can see, I think some of you are maximum reached, but I will tell you the proper definition. Instantiation is nothing but allocating the memory, memory, memory to the class members, members. Members, who are the members? Members are nothing but properties and methods, na? So allocating memory to the class properties and methods, the process is called instantiation. So why they are not able to access, because they are not saved anywhere. If you can create an object, the class members will get memory allocated. Based on that memory reference, we can access them. If they can saved somewhere, then only we can access it now. Without saving, how can we access it? For example, I want to withdraw money from ATM. If there is a money, we can withdraw it. Without that, how can we? In the same manner, if you want to access the class members, they should be saved in the memory. I mean, they should get memory allocated. If they got memory allocated, based on that memory, we can access the class members, guys. Let us see how can we do this, guys. Here, this is exactly instantiation is nothing but allocating memory to the class members. So why should I create an now you can see, why should I create an object? The same answer you can take, guys. Why should I? So you can write this, why should I create an object? Why should I create an object? To access the class members, right? You can say this, guys. You can say this answer, to access the class members. We can say to access the class members also, we can say, now whatever it may be, your answer is correct, nothing wrong here. So in interview, people may ask us a lot of questions, guys, so that you have to answer for everything, right? So I'm sharing you this in the chat window. Please save these questions forever, guys. Okay, very, very important points. All these are going to be for interviews. Okay, you have to be save them properly. Okay, now, so let us go there. How can we create an object? By using new keyword. By using new keyword in every programming language, guys, including JavaScript or everywhere, by using new keyword, we can create or instantiate an object. Exactly. This is object creation, right? Now you can, the syntax will be like this: dollar some variable equal to new, the class name you have. What is the class name? Exactly the name of the class you have to provide it. This is the way of creating an object. What is the class right now you are having? I'm taking one variable. You can take any name to the variable. I'm taking obj. You can take any variable there. New, what is your class name? Sample. This is exactly the thing. Class name could be your name, your class name. So the same I want to access here also now. Go to your class one. In the class one, I'm going to write this statement, guys. Now what happened? Class members will get memory allocated, right? So everywhere in Java, .NET, Python, PHP, wherever you go, process is same, guys. Nothing difference is there. Same process, right? Now you can see I created an object. Now I'm refreshing the page. Are you getting any output here? No. You created object. Class members get memory allocated. So we have to access them. from the memory. So the memory reference is going to be obj. Now can you see, I'm going to call obj hyphen greater than symbol. This is the way of accessing object values. I think you've seen this symbol where fetch row, fetch associate, fetch array, fetch object. Somewhere long ago we discussed, I believe. Do you remember? So there we discussed 4 methods. How can we fetch data from result set? 4 methods are there. So one method is object method. There we can see, right? The method name, guys, here, greeting, 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 right? This is the way of calling the things, guys. Class members will be accessed like this, by, okay? Right, exactly. The functions I'm calling, can see, this is greeting function, this is by function. Later, we can write a very good logic here. We can write a reusable logic. Wherever we want, we can call that reusable logic as well, guys, okay? And this is by function. After that, I want to go with the properties. Echo obj of the property name. You have to take name. You cannot use in front of it. Some people, they will give dollar symbol. If you can give dollar symbol, that won't work. You cannot give, just you can have to give the name only. You cannot give that. So here, echo dollar obj of just a price. Don't give dollar price. That won't work. If you can give dollar price, it will give you an error. Now you can see I'm able to get the value ROM, and I'm able to see the price, something called 7825, something like this, guys, right? So this is how we can get the information from the things, okay, right? This is the way of accessing the class members, guys. I hope you understand how can we create a class, how can we declare the class members, and how can we access them. This is the ultimate goal. So how can we do this, guys, here? By creating an object, right? Exactly. I will share you these 2 points also. Save this in the chart window, all of you, right? So see the point. This is the way of creating an object. Now, generally, there are 2 types of class members, guys. Anybody? 2 types of class members. So now we've seen 1 type, 2 types of class members, members, 2 types of class members. Already we've seen. So here we have members now. 4 members are there: name, price, greeting, and by. Other 4 members are there. Again, in these members also, there are 2 types of members. What are the 2 types of members, guys? Simply says in a family, we have male members, we have female members, like this. In the same manner, in my class also, I have 2 types of members, guys. Here, the class members are divided into 2 types. Anybody? One is going to be static members of a class, and one more is going to be non-static members of a class. Non-static, static, non-static members, right? What is a static member, guys? What is a non-static member? So by default, right now you created one class, right? The class members, 4 members are there. All these 4 members are non-static members. All the 4 members are non-static members. The class members which are declared, now I am writing the point. Can you see the class members which are declared, declared with static keyword? Static keyword are called static members, guys. Static, MEMB, or static members. The same point you can write here. They will ask us the differences between them. The class members which are not declared with the static keyword are called non-static members. Simply I can write like this. Not is the point, guys. Here, try to see. If there is a static keyword in front of a variable declaration, that is a static member. If there is no static keyword in front of it, can you see we have 4 members are there? Is there any static member in front of it? There is no static, right? So these members are going to be non-static. If there is a static, the class is going to be, that is called static member of a class, right? So remember, how can we access the non-static members of a class? How can we access the non-static members of a class? Anybody? Just now we've seen, right? This is the non-static members of a class. Now how can we access them? By creating an object. Simply answer is going to be by creating an object. Okay, right. The same question, how can we access the static members of a class? Anybody? Can anybody please tell me, how can we access the static members of a class? By using anybody please? By using anybody please answer. Very good. By using class name, guys. Your answer is going to be by using class name. Okay, but one doubt you have, right? So sir, if we can use object, if we can create an object, class members will get a memory allocated. But for static members, you are not creating an object, you are using the class name. But if you are using class name, how they will get memory allocated? Definitely they have to save, right? Remember carefully. I'm writing this point is very, very important. Non-static members gets memory allocated, allocated at the time of object creation. Okay, na? At the time of object creation. So can anybody please tell me static members gets memory allocated at the time of anybody? Do you have an idea? Static members gets memory allocated at the time of class loading only. When a class is loading, nothing but loading in the sense you are refreshing the browser, right? You are adding the class, you are hitting enter. On hit enter, it will be loaded, right? At that point of time, class will verify is there any static members or not. If static members are there, they will get a memory allocated at the time of object creation. If a non-static member is there, definitely you have to create an object. Right, this is what exactly, guys. So there is a question, sir, when can I go for static members? When can I go for non-static members? Nothing, simply, guys, I want to execute some logic at the time of class loading. You can go for static members. I want to execute some logic at the time of object creation only, then go for non-static members. Whatever you want, that you can go with, guys, right? So I'm just going to save this both the points. I'm sending you in the chat window also. These points are very, very important, guys. So I'm sharing in the chat window, copy the points, right? Okay, great. You can see. Now I'm going to create one more class, guys. Let me create a class here. All the points I'm sharing in the chat window. I'm not saving anywhere. Be careful. You have to copy the points, guys. Don't ask me later. Okay. The points are, I'm not saving anywhere. I'm on the fly. These are, we are typing and we am sharing with you. So you have to copy the things and you have to save it in your locations. Then now the next thing, guys, here, let me create a class here, class 2. This time I'm going to create a file with a name called class2.php is the file. Okay, you can come down. I'm going to take class sample. Yeah, again, you can take any name, class name sample, but file name is different now, no problem. So that is a different file. This is a different file. That maybe have a same class. This maybe have a same class. Based on your requirement, you can change the class name also, no problem. So you don't need to mention the same name for everything, guys. That is also not required, right? Now the thing is here, what I want to do, let me create all the members by using static keyword, right? Static. If you are using static, you don't want to mention the public, guys, here. Static $name is equal to, I'm taking something called raw. Okay, so you can take static or public static. If you want, you can write like this also, no problem. So if you want, you can go with the public static dollar price equal to something like this also, we can take it, no problem, guys. Okay, that is your choice. If you are not adding public, by default that is public, but if it is a static keyword is there, we can omit the public. If the static keyword is not there, definitely you have to write the public. Okay, now so this will be works, or else you can run the file. If you have any error, we can check this. Now I'm executing class2.php. Now can we see? So do you have any error here? There is no error. But can we declare a variable without this access specifier? It is not possible. Now you can see it may give you an error, syntax error. Definitely you cannot do something like this. It is syntax error, unexpected variable, something like this. You have to add something in front of it, guys. Okay, right, go to the editor. Now you can add the static keyword, right? Now I'm taking one more function, static welcome is the function. Okay, sorry, static function welcome, static function welcome. Okay, now we can go and check this. In this I'm writing, this is welcome function, something like this. Okay, simply you can try to see, this is welcome function. Okay, now all right, guys, now your class contains 3 members. All the 3 members are static members, right? Can we create an object, guys? Anybody? I'm creating an object, obj equal to new sample. So you created an object. So is it possible, if your class contain all the members are static, can we create an object or not? We can create an object. It is possible. It's not an error. So it will be works properly. You don't have any problem. Now you can see I'm executing this. I'm executing on the browser window. You can see you don't have any error now. We can able to create an object, but see, By using object, I'm trying to access the variable name, right? You can see it will go and it is going to give you an error. Can you see? Accessing a static property sample of name as non-static. Actually, the name property is static, but you're trying to access it as a non-static. That's the meaning of the error. So, and it is simply saying that undefined. You cannot do like this, right? So how can we access the class members? But what is the use of creating an object? There is no use of creating an object. See, I created an object. Okay, there is no error, but it is not allowing me to do something, guys. Okay, right? So what I want to do here, so you can take the class name sample, sorry, sample is the class. Here we can use this operator called, this operator colon is called, try to see guys, this operator is called scope resolution operator. SCOP, scope, RESOLUTION, resolution operator. In interview they will ask us what is this scope resolution operator. By using this operator, we can access the static static members and constants, constants of a class. Okay, na? Class members, class, if a class member is static or non-static something, so we can use this. By using this operator, we can access the static members and constants of a class, guys. This is scope resolution operator. So always this will be class name, scope resolution operator, and the method. What is the method name? Welcome is the method, right? So now you can check this. The method will be accessed for you. This is welcome function. Now you can write this as sample, scope resolution operator, $name, right? Exactly, we have to write the variable name like this also. You can check this. This will be printed, right? You can go echo class name sample, and it is going to be $price. If you want to access it, price, you have to add $price here, definitely. So now you can check this. All are, oh, it is giving me an error, guys. What is the reason? So capital P, variables are case sensitive. This is very, very important. That may be inside a class, that may be outside of a class, but they are going to be case sensitive, guys. This is going to be price. Okay, so this is going to be price. Now you can check this. Now it is going to be done. This is welcome function and ROM and 789. So if it is a if class members are static, okay, this is the way. If the class members are non-static, this is the way. So these members will get memory allocated if object is created. If object not created, they won't get memory allocated. But can you see these members get memory allocated at the time of class loading itself? We don't want to do anything for it. So class loading, class members will get memory allocated. So this is exactly static and non-static. Next thing is going to be the thing $this keyword. Anybody please, what is the this keyword? This is a predefined keyword, guys, right? Can you see? First we will go for the situation, then we can talk about the this keyword, guys. Go there. Here one question: how can we access the class members into another member? For example, I have two variables are there. I want to access these two variables into a function, guys. How can we access them into a function? That's also we have to check it now, right? So here what I want to do exactly, you can see, guys, here. Let me create a class with the file class3.php. I'm writing thing class3.php. okay, you can take a class welcome, class name is welcome. In this I'm taking a variable public $name equal to, these are the static non-static members, guys, here, ROM. Okay, so public $city equal to Hyderabad. I'm writing something like this. Okay, right? Anything wrong here? PUBLIC, public, spell mistake. Okay, so now I want to write a function greeting. Try to see, this is the function called greeting function. Okay, now function greeting. Now I want to access, now you can see echo with a paragraph tag open close. Try to see, guys, here. I'm going to access those variables inside of it. Welcome to ROM. I just want to concatenate the variable, guys, here. $name from city. I want to concatenate the city as well. $city, guys. Exactly. This is what I want to take it. Okay. Generally, class variables, yesterday I told you, right? In a classroom, we have students and chairs. Who will use chairs? Students, right? In the same manner, student is a method. Here, greeting is a method. The greeting method is accessing the properties inside its thing, right? Inside a class, we can access one into another. That's possible, definitely. So now, definitely, these are the static members or non-static members. So we have to create the object. Obj equal to new welcome object is created. Now you want to access the function, guys. Can you see? I'm calling the function obj of the function name is going to be greeting function. Can we see? I'm executing class3.php. Can you please tell me what is the problem here? Class3.php. I'm having an error. Undefined variable name on line number 8. Undefined variable city on line number 8. Can you see the line number 8? This is the line number 8. We are unable to access the class members into another member. Actually, they're all in the same scope. This is also a member. This is also a member. Name, city, greeting, all three are in the members. They're all sit in the same class. But why we are unable to access one member into another member? I mean, the two members, name and city, we are unable to access into greeting member. Greeting is a function. The class variables are declared to reuse the functionality. Whatever the value you saved in the variable, we can reuse wherever we want. I'm trying to reuse the variables name and city in a greeting function, in some other function, in some other function. But I was unable to access in greeting function. How can I access in some other function? So the question answer is, how can we access the class members into another member? Now the class members are static and non-static. Non-static members simply says, right? How can we access the non-static members of a class into another class, another member? By using this keyword. Remember carefully. The question will be by using this keyword, we can access the non-static members of a class. We can access the non-static members of a class. Okay, now? Right. Can we access static members using this keyword? No, we cannot access the non-static members using this keyword. Okay, keep it in mind. This keyword always for non-static only. This means non-static, guys, simply says, right? This refers the current class object. This is a predefined object. Predefined object. Actually, this is a predefined object. It is available always within the class only. The scope of, remember carefully, the scope of this keyword is within the class only. Within the class only, guys. We cannot access outside of a class. Within the class only. This can be accessed only for non-static members only. Right, exactly. This is a predefined object. So always this means it is available within the class only. Can we access outside of a class this keyword? No, it is not possible. You can try it. It will give you an error. Right? It should be always in the class. This is an object now. Then how can we access the object values by using this way now? This is the thing, right? So to access the current class members into another class, now you can see what I want to do. In front of it, you have to use this class of name, this class of city. Exactly how to do. This means current object, current class object, current class reference will be available into the this keyword, this of name, this of city. Now you can go and execute it. You can see earlier you have error. Now I'm getting the output. I'm getting the output. Okay. So if you can understand this, now I'm writing one function. Can you please tell me function display display? You can take any function name. I'm just taking the display. I don't want call display function. Sorry, I won't want to call greeting function. I want to call display function, guys. If you can call display function, did you written anything inside of it? It is an empty. So I'm not going to get anything. If you can refresh, are you getting anything? No, you are not getting anything. Can you guys, my question, try to understand? If I call the display function, I want to see the output of greeting function. I mean, how can we access the greeting function into display function? Sometimes it may be required. One function logic may reuse it in some other function also. Now we can able to access the variables of a class into one function. Same manner, sometimes one function may be reused in some other function also. Then how can we access that greeting function into display function? Anybody, please? How can we access the greeting function into display function. Anybody? If you can understand this, okay, Vanita Sabale, very good. Your answer is correct. Anybody? What did you understand? How can we access the right? Okay, using this, how? You have to tell, you have to write that line. Anybody? So you guys didn't understand how you are able to access the variables, right? You can see. Okay, I will call greeting function in display function. Okay, how can I call? That's I'm asking. I know that. So how can we call the greeting function into display function? That's why I'm asking you. You have to tell this, right? So can we see this is going to be anybody? Some of you are saying in the chat window. Very nice. So you have to call this of greeting. So current class of greeting method. This is the way of calling. If you can call display function it will be triggered. Internally, it is going to call greeting function. It will jump to greeting function. In the greeting function, we are calling the variables. Can you see down to up? The flow went like this. Right now, you can check this. You will get the output again. If you can refresh, you are getting. You call display function. Display function is calling greeting function. Greeting function is calling the variables. This is how the reusability, right? This is how the reusability, guys. Exactly. I hope you understand this. I believe, right? Okay. The same theory. Now you can check this. Now I'm going to copy paste. This is going to be class 4.php is a file. So this is going to be static. static static. This is going to be static static. This is also going to be a static function, right? Okay. If it is a static function, how can we access the class variables here? I'm taking the same story, guys. Here $name $city. I'm not going to take anything $name and $city. Display function is not required. Okay. So static members, right? Object creation is also not required. Okay. You can remove the object creation also. Okay. Now you can go and execute class 4.php. Now you can see earlier your class contained non-static members. So you used something. Okay. Now I have static members. Sample welcome class name is welcome, right? Welcome scope resolution operator : and the method is going to be greeting method. Now you can see I'm calling the variables. Can you see you have an error? Undefined variable name, undefined variable city on line number 10. Can you please tell me? So these are the static members. So can I use this keyword? What is this keyword is saying that by using this keyword, we can access static, non-static members of a class only. But in my class, I have static members here. How can we access the static members of a class into another member? Anybody? Guys, right? There is a keyword called self keyword. Scope resolution operator, self keyword. Now the thing is going to be self. What is the meaning of self? Current class only, right? By using this keyword, same points you can write it, no problem, right? You can check this self keyword. Or you can write the point here. By using self keyword, we can access the static members of a class only. Okay now, right? Self keyword is predefined. It's not an object. Actually, self keyword, self is predefined. Don't write object, just use a predefined keyword. Okay, predefined keyword keyword. This is the scope of self keyword is within the class only. Okay now, but class only, but the for accessing the static member self with scope resolution operator. Okay, so these three are very, very important for interviews. If you are not able to understand this concept, you cannot understand any of the framework. So you want to learn frameworks properly, you should understand about these three keywords properly. Then only you will understand the frameworks, Laravel or Codeigniter or any other guys. So be careful. So these are the very important thing. I shared you in the chat window, copy the points. So now in this point of time, what I need to do, guys, here, if you want to access, we have to use a self of name. You have to use self of city, exactly, with scope resolution operator. Now you can check this. You will get the output without having any error. Same story. If it is a static member, if it is a non-static member, right? So now you can go here as well. If you want to call the display function, same earlier as like Now I'm going to call the function display, right? You can see static display, display, sorry, function display. Right, how can we call this guys here? Now I'm calling welcome display, display. Do you have anything in the display? Nothing is there. How can we call the greeting function into the display function? Self of greeting. You got the clarity, I believe. All right, right, greeting. Now you can check this, you will get the output, guys. So this concept look like very basic, but this is a mostly important concept in entire object oriented PHP. Remember carefully, whenever you are learning CodeIgniter or Laravel, without using this keyword, there is no CodeIgniter, there is no Laravel. 100% you can go for Drupal, you can go for anywhere. This keyword is play a vital role. Maybe sometimes self keyword also, but 90% will use this keyword. Be careful, guys. That's much important. That is the concept is why this keyword, the purpose of this keyword. This means current class. Always. Can we access outside? It is not possible. This means within the class, wherever you want, you can access it. Okay, now, right. So this is all about the today, guys, today's session. And tomorrow we can discuss about constructor and destructor. Oh, this concept is also very nice and very important concept, guys. Here tomorrow we can talk about constructor and destructor, guys. Okay, right, any doubts you have, let me know, guys, please, quickly. Set cookie message is not printing. Why it is not printing? Check the condition and spell mistakes, capital letters, lowercase letters, and all. You can check this. Very good question. Can we define static and non-static in a class? We can define, man. It is okay, valid. But if you have both, if it is a static, we can use class name. If it is a non-static, we can use object. We can definitely. In a class, we can create static members. We can create non-static members also. That's possible. Right. Any other questions you have? Let me know, guys, quickly. I told you, right, in what situation we can use static, in what situation we can use non-static members, right? So if you want to execute some logic at the time of class loading, go for static. If you want to execute some logic at the time of object creation, go for non-static members, nothing but. You can use anyone actually. Both will give the same, but the only difference is this is the difference. So they will be get memory allocated at the time of class loading. Non-static members get memory allocated at the time of object creation. Yeah, guys, any other doubts you have? Okay, then. So if you don't have any doubts, closing the meeting. Okay, guys, then practice the things, whatever the examples we given today, and try to understand and let me know if you have any doubts. Okay. And tomorrow, very important concept, don't miss this. That is going to be constructor and destructor. I will show you how can we get data from database in an object oriented way. As of now, we are able to get the data. It's all about the procedural way. Simply we are writing a file, we're not doing anything. So in tomorrow's session, it's very important thing. How can we get the data from database in an object oriented style? How can we reuse that? That's also we can see. Okay. Right. Tomorrow we can see by using constructor and destructor. Thank you guys.